I was not expecting Limp Bizkit fans to defend Limp Bizkit like this, but here we are with a special episode of reading your comments. It's not much, but this is the Limp Bizkit Dad Vibes Reaction Edition. These are all comments from the video of me reacting to Limp Bizkit's Dad Vibes, and I must say, some people don't understand, but I'm here to nicely read these comments and just give my 2 cents on them. So, this one here, by Carolina Fine, says, biggest and historical bands in the world. I say they were one of the most biggest historical bands in the world, and he says, you just created a standard no one ever said to simply use as your reason for mocking the view count. You're acting like it's the second coming of Bach, for goodness sake, and I bet your view count slams back to bite you in the scraggly beard. Y'all are just jealous. That's a lot of hair on my face, and some people just can't grow beards like this. But anyway, going off of that, I said they were one of the more biggest and historical bands in the world. When you talk about when the nu metal scene was big and they came up in the late 90s, they were a band that MTV played, the radio was continuously playing, they were everywhere, and you would think that, you know, a lot of these bands in that scene, and then of like in the emo pop punk scene, they always seem to stick with those bands no matter what, and when those bands come back and do something, they always tend to get these high view counts and still have this support, whether from old fans or new fans. But with Limp Bizkit, there's a reason they haven't toured in the US in a long time, because they know the US does not care. And it's still surprising that people in other countries do, but you know what, to each his own, I guess. I just thought with this being their first, like, single in 7 years, people would be curious to tune in, even the ones that do hate them, but to have under 500,000 views at this point seems like a bit of a flop, if you ask me. Then we have Michael Anguiano. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The guy says, first, you made the mistake of heading into this one with a negative mindset. Then you also thought they were trying to display musical talent, LMAO. The point of it is to be simple and catchy and contemporary. Fred knows he's no musical mastermind, doesn't even refer to himself as a singer. Open your mind, bro, loosen up a bit. It's meant to be danced to and have fun. Yes, but I said this in the video. If it's not funny, then that's still bad, because even if its intent is to not be taken seriously and be funny, then I want to laugh, I want to enjoy myself, which I didn't. And plus, I didn't make the mistake of heading into this one with a negative mindset. I said in the video, I was like, I'm not expecting much, but I have to listen to it fully to give my 2 cents as to how I really feel. So, was I thinking that it was going to be bad? Maybe, but for the most part when I was watching it, I was just kind of like, alright, act like you've never heard this band before and you don't know what to expect. And I did that. And then the whole thing about Fred Durst saying he knows he's not a musical mastermind, like, again, I get that, because when he does this whole Limp Bizkit and Fred Durst thing, well, he is named Fred Durst, but like when he's in Limp Bizkit, you can definitely tell that it's a lot of just trolling when he does stuff like this, whereas when he's not doing Limp Bizkit, he's actually got musical talent, and he's got a band that has musical talent, and yet instead of using them and his musical talent to show how much they've grown over the years, they continue to just be this joke of a band that's still living in 1999 and 2000 off of their prior success. Like, it's getting annoying at this point. Like, it's being overdone now, and it's something that shouldn't even really be a thing anymore in this case. Carolina Fine returning saying, Kendrick Lamar, we need you. Talk about cringe. No, we need Kendrick Lamar because Drake and Kanye West flopped this year. Migos was bad. There just hasn't been any like spectacular rap albums aside from maybe Tyler the Creator and Brockhampton, but even Brockhampton has more R&B tinges than they do rap tinges for the most part. So yeah, Kendrick Lamar, we need you, because the state of rap right now is just in shambles very much. And plus, do you enjoy Fred Durst rapping over Kendrick Lamar's rapping? One of the best to ever do it? Someone with actual talent? Because if so, I'm not one to, you know, rat on music taste, but boy, I'm no Limp Bizkit fan, but this song is enjoyable. You're wrong, neckbeard. My beard isn't just here, you know, it's here, and here, and here, and here on my face, so neckbeard is just strictly on the neck, but when it's everywhere else, it's just a beard. I don't see what the big deal is. I'm letting it grow out for the winter so that way my face isn't cold. Come the time when I go on the road trip with my friend, or by the time we get back, I may get a haircut, but you're gonna see this getting longer, and you might see my hair start to get, like, down to here as well, because I'm testing the waters here. I had long hair back in the day when I would have like, you know, curly hair and then I'd have it down to here, but the way I'm trying to have it grow out, I've never done before, and I'm just trying something new, because with my hair you can't really do much, so I'm testing it out, okay, but it's not going to stay forever. The Pancake Man says, Fred Durst seemed to be telling whoever's going nah 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 to shut up. Yes, I know, I understand. Me saying, did he just tell me to shut up, is part of the joke. Like, you know, because I was talking shit, apparently, and, you know, him going, now shut up, I was just like, oh, because, like, you know, it was supposed to feel like he was responding to me saying all that stuff, because it just seems like what Fred Durst would say if he were to watch my video and be, like, really offended by it. Like, it was all part of the joke. I understand who he was saying shut up to. I just, it's called comedy. Look it up. So yeah, that was it for reading your comments, the Limp Bizkit edition. The other comments were fine, and I did talk with somebody else about like Limp Bizkit overall and all that, because most people think I just straight up hate Limp Bizkit and have never enjoyed them, which isn't true. I think their first two albums, $3 Bill and Significant Other, are actually good albums, and there's a lot of stuff off of them that I can enjoy. I mean, Just Like This is one of my favorite nu metal songs of all time. But once it started getting to Chocolate Starfish and their fame was like up here, it just became more and more of a joke, and they just started, I don't even want to say shock value, but they started becoming a parody of themselves, and then it just got old. And then when Fred Durst took over the full creative control in 2003 with Results May Vary, it just became more and more stale, to the point where I was just like, I'm done, I can't. Like, I still go back and listen to the stuff from the first two records, and maybe some stuff here and there off the other records that I maybe do enjoy, but for the most part, they're a band that I liked at one point and just fell out of love with, and that happens. So I think I would have the right to talk about and judge Limp Bizkit the way I do because of the history I've had with them. I had family members that listened to them growing up, because again, my uncles were pretty young when I was born, and my parents were also in their early 20s when I was born, and pretty much enjoy the same stuff that I do when it comes to rock music. So I grew up with them, I listened to them, and as I got older, I was like, I don't really know, past Chocolate Starfish, what is there to really enjoy that much? So yeah, that's why I did that. And I just thought it would be nice to see if I actually like it, you know, because I did mention in the video in 2012 when they released the single Ready to Go, I did enjoy that song. So maybe this is one of those moments where I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll be surprised, maybe they'll do something good here. And they did this joke that just fell flat, didn't make me laugh, didn't make me enjoy the song. It was just kind of like, look, it's your first song in 7 years. You could have did a more serious song that shows off all your talents to show us that you've grown as musicians, but you're just kind of stuck in this mindset of doing everything for parody, which only some artists can get away with, and especially when you've been doing it now for 20 plus years, it just gets old. It really does get old. So yeah, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, wear your mask, get vaccinated, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one.